What is going on? Hope you are having a fantastic day, and thank you so much for stopping by the video. Mellow Tans of Crashing Vans, it is your host Galadon, and we are back at it again with another installment of No Cash Clash. Now you'll notice right away that the base has become quite overgrown, and this is not because I haven't been playing or I haven't been taking care of the base, but simply it's because we didn't have any builders free for several days because, well, the upgrades here at Town Hall 12 are getting kind of serious. They are, right? And I finally am seeing this for the very first time as a Town Hall 12 free-to-play. It has been a lot of fun to break the gemming and gold pass habit and see how the other half lives, right? See how the average clasher who doesn't spend money on the game lives. And yes, I will agree that the word grind does come to mind, not only the walls, the troops, the heroes. Speaking of heroes, we're going to go ahead and not upgrade the Archer Queen because we want to do something to help out the clan. I figure with my heroes up, I can more effectively contribute to CWL, and sometimes there are things you can do in Clash that can help out others without taking a lot of effort on your end. Like not putting a hero down, like using a creator code, right? You go to settings, more settings, you scroll to the bottom, you type in Galadon right here, and then you go make your purchases in Clash. You know that half of the money that Galadon gets from this goes to charity, and it doesn't cost you an extra penny ever. All right, so let's move on and get some walls upgraded right here. We are going to continue to work on those big key defenses, the really long upgrades. I feel your pain now as we go into these upgrades that take, what? That's right, 2 weeks, 14 days. That is insane. That is not fun. We need a 6th builder, right? Yes, we are going as quickly as we can towards auto in the builder hut. Watch for the series, and I'll give you a little hint. This account isn't going to get there as quickly as Gold Pass Clash, unfortunately. Okay, so the builders all tied up once again, but we do have the Archer Queen up, and in just over a day, we will have those barbarians upgraded. And let's see here. Oh, hey, okay, let's go ahead. Might as well take the free training potion. And although I'm not buying builder potions, we are still buying the research potions. But speaking of 2-week upgrades at Town Hall 12, remember that there is a point where the book of fighting and the book of spells that show up in the shop are going to be a better deal than buying the research potions for those extremely long upgrades. The problem is, of course, that one of those books is like 925 gems. Oh well, do what I say, not what I do, and save your gems to buy one of those instead, and you will save a couple hundred gems in the process. Okay, this is the end of a pretty cool raid right here. We're going to go ahead and get in and make sure that we roll all the way to the town hall with our sneaky goblins, and we do it with rage, haste, 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 jump, and invis. And yes, okay, so it takes like 6 spells, but it's easy because we roll in and take a town hall. All we had to do was make sure that there were no resource buildings in the pathway from the edge to the town hall. Also, try to attack on the opposite side of the clan castle so that your troops go in after the town hall before they go target the clan castle. We end up with what I call 3-starring the loot. That is right, a star for gold, a star for elixir, a star for dark elixir, and it's a perfect raid, even though we only got 30% damage. Those raids are a blast, and we'll have another one in just a couple of minutes, but let's get over to, that's right, the barbarians finishing their upgrade. And we went ahead and purchased a hammer in the shop with league medals because, as I've told you guys before, the lab takes 2 years longer than anything else to finish. So you might as well, if you're playing a lot, use the hammers in the lab. So that's what we're going to do right now, and we are going to specifically look over to troops that we probably are going to use. We could say hammer the goblin, and now that I look back, why didn't I hammer the goblin? That would have been, that was the smart move. But I looked over here and I saw this insane amount of dark elixir for these troops. I also thought, you know, if we're going to be doing queen charge hybrids, we're going to want to have headhunters. But let's just say once again, do what I say, not what I do. I'm going to be over here saving a couple 100,000 dark elixir by hammering one of these dark elixir troops when I could have just hammered the sneaky goblin and increased the efficiency and the output of all of my sneaky goblins. Yeah, no, you know, it's funny. It's easy to go back and Monday morning quarterback this stuff, but there we go. So we did it on the boulders. We came back, we spent the dark on the headhunters, and they'll be done in 2 weeks. RIP the lab for 2 weeks. Yeah, should have done the goblins, Galadon. But hey, you guys know now, okay? Do the goblins and then farm with sneaky goblins the best farming troop ever to come to Clash of Clans. And when I say ever, I mean, they're like broken. I mean, thank goodness they can't 3-star war bases, but then that is the perfect balance. That is where the Clash of Clans team really did this just perfectly, because you've got a troop that makes farming so easy. If you are not using these, this is a mistake. I have seen players in the comments saying, Galadon, I never use super troops, should I? And I'm like, come on, that is ridiculous to not use sneaky goblins. In fact, I've got a video coming up in just a couple of days where I experiment and see how long it takes me to recover 50,000 Dark Elixir from boosting both the sneaky goblins and the super wall breakers, which isn't even necessary. You can definitely get by using this raid, bringing 1 or 2 jump spells, and then I like to bring about 20 of the regular wall breakers. But even when you boost both, you spend 50k, you're going to get it back in minutes. I kid you not, minutes. So make sure that you are using Sneaky Goblins. And thank you once again to Sneaky Goblins for sponsoring today's episode. Okay, so we've got an attack underway, and obviously this is pretty much the same thing you've seen, rinse and repeat, although we did not get, I don't know what happened to the log launcher down here. It got vaporized, but it doesn't matter. It never matters. The sneaky goblins are always going to be able to get to the town hall, even if you don't have the log launcher, even if you don't use a siege machine to clear the pathway. Just make sure you get rid of all of the exterior buildings, and then there you go. Haste, haste, jump, and an invisibility spell right next to the town hall after they get through the dark elixir to make sure they stay alive through the town hall. And I didn't even need the invis. Okay, I did need the invis. Hold on. Right here. Invis. There. Look at that. Oh, come on. A little bit of practice, and you will get so good with the invisibility spell. Also, remember that the town hall itself is so big that you can drop an invisibility spell on the side, the corner, the edge of a town hall, and it will not make the whole building go invisible. That is going to be perfect for times when you really need those goblins to get in deep and take it out. Now, in order to make sure this is a perfect 3-star raid, we had to get through 2 more storages. The elixir storage on the right, which the super wall breakers cut. What's a okay. Right. Okay. We really want the perfect 3-star the loot here. So we're going to drop in, and this is what I was talking about. The clan castle can throw you off. Make sure you are cognizant of where it is in the base. Now we luckily have 2 rage, 1 invis, and a dozen sneaky goblins left to get through 2 of these storages. So right here, we drop the rage. They buzz through the wall just barely in time to get to the elixir storage and wipe it out. Now, with the final 20 seconds on the clock, we're going to go over here and do the same thing. Here we go. But get ready this time. The perfect invisibility spell. And it doesn't matter if you drop the invis on the walls as long as you don't drop it on the storage. Remember, the wall is not their target. The storage is their target. And as long as you invisible the wall, not the storage, you're good. There you go. We got a perfect 3-star the loot raid one more time. And man, we almost ran out of time. Another lucky raid as well, 777. I've been seeing a ton of these lately in Master 2, Master 3 range. So I'm again pretty happy about that trophy range for this account. Back to the home village with a builder free and the loot virtually full. You'll notice, however, the Dark Elixir nowhere near full, but that's okay because we've got the boosted troops ready to go. We're going to get a couple of walls upgraded right here. And then with that ton of regular Elixir, time to take the Grand Wardo off to level 27. So that's exciting. Got to get him to his next ability level. Make that cloak last a little bit longer, which is definitely one of the coolest things at Town Hall 11. Now, okay. I did say last episode that I was going to try farming with other troops, especially Electro dragons. So here we are with one of the least efficient armies in the game if you want to farm because of the cost of elixir. Now, obviously, if you're trying to save Dark Elixir, this could work out well. If you don't have any heroes, this also works out really well. But it's just not my favorite raid. We're going to do it anyway just because. I used to be a famous, or should I say infamous, E-Dragon spammer back in the early days, but I'll tell you, I've pretty much forgotten how to do this. A lot of players will save the heroes, the king and the queen, for later in the raid, after the E-Dragons have passed through, to kind of clean up or maybe to funnel on just one side. Here, I use them on both corners to try to get the E-Dragons to have a little bit more of a compact path towards the town hall. I obviously should have used the queen at the top so she could have shot over the wall, and the barbarian king on the left where there were no walls in the way. But then again, we YOLO most of these raids. We don't really think about them. Then it is just stacking, well, okay, not stacking, but using a lot of rage and freeze in the appropriate places, trying to freeze, say, the town hall, the air defenses, the air sweeper, and the rage, trying to not overlap it too much, and making sure it catches as many troops as possible. Freezing the town hall one last time, the town hall goes down. We don't have a warden, obviously. Would have been nice to have him on air and rolling in behind the E-Dragons. And what happened to the heroes? Oh, no, the Barb King's still up. He's still up, and there are a couple of E-Dragons up at the top of the base. We have another rage spell, so I'll just tell you right now, I'm rusty. There are more efficient ways to carry out E-Dragon raids, but almost always you want to roll in by dropping the balloons in front to pick up the Seeking Air Mines. Do a little bit of funneling. You can even funnel with, say, a single E-Dragon on either corner of the base. Be aware of the air sweepers, and if you can, take out any air defenses on the edges of the base and try to get maximum freeze value. If you can, freeze a sweeper and an air defense or the town hall or the archer queen. Those are always going to be your biggest opponents when battling with air, with E-Dragons or regular dragons for that matter. And obviously with the new levels coming to regular dragons and E-Dragons, we may see more of both. Also, of course, we've got the Dragon Rider, the Rocket Loon. Holy cow, there is just a lot coming to the game right now. Okay, so there's one raid. We did pick up most of the loot. We didn't get a 3-star. Then we went out again. We found another dead base that was also kind of rushed, and we still managed not to grab the 3-star. Now, like I've said before, 3 stars don't matter, but we didn't 3-star the loot either. We left important resource buildings behind. Yeah, back to sneaky goblins. Okay, status report time, let's go. We lost a few trophies messing around, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I found this happy place, and it's Master 2 or Master 3 for no cash clash. In gems, we did spend a few on potions, so we're down to under 900. The heroes, only the Barbarian King picked up a new level today, though Grand Warden is on his way. My favorite troop, I think I've made this clear many times before, and my next goals are, well, no surprise, it has to do with sneaky goblins. Thank you, Galafan, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know I love thinking about it, appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to the people I know, something else. See you back here, get over thanks. Too fast.
Galadon, but what about for farming? What's the best farming troop?